Hey guys, welcome to the Valley of Fire in Nevada, where McLaren has invited me today to drive the 750S Spider. It's the updated version of my favorite of the modern supercars, the 720S. McLaren says it's got more performance, better driver engagement, and updated technology compared to the outgoing car. So, what we're here to find out today is, have they done a good job? Let's go for a drive and find out. Guys, today's video is brought to you by one of my favorite sponsors. It's Mova Globe, and I absolutely love these things. We've got like 6 Mova Globes all over Westside Collector Car Storage, and whenever people come on tour, they just stop and stare. Mova Globes feature a first-of-its-kind technology. The globes are powered by light. And not just sunlight either, ambient light. The hidden magnets provide the movement, absorb light, they make it spin. There's no batteries or cords needed. They're not connected to anything. These Mova Globes are available in over 40 designs, including world maps, outer space, satellite maps created by NASA, JPL, including Earth and other planets, moons, asteroids, constellations, and more. Head over to movaglobes.com or hit the link in the video description and use code SmokingTire at checkout for 10% off all 6 or 8.5-inch Mova Globes. And thanks to Mova Globe for sponsoring today's video. We begin by cruising, because what McLaren has said they have done is improve both the performance and the engagement without giving up that comfort and usability that we like about the 720S. So we start in comfort mode with the gearbox in automatic, and we cruise. Right away, they weren't lying. They have kept the things that I like. The car is very comfortable. The interior is, I don't want to say it's basically the same, but spatially, it is the same. They've changed the dash, so now the gauge cluster, which has the drive mode controllers on here at a fingertips touch, now moves electronically with the steering wheel. That's actually very good, because whatever height and arm length you're at, you're going to get the full cluster. In the Spider version, which I prefer, they also allow you to open that rear window there so you can hear more of the engine even when the top is closed. And this one has the electrochromic roof, so I can touch a button, make it darker, touch it again, make it lighter. It's quite delightful. This is the lightest car in its class. The Coupe, a din weight, that's 90% tank of fuel, no driver, is 3,055 pounds. That is super, super light, and it's about 400 or 500 pounds lighter than the Ferrari 296, giving the 750S a better power to weight than the 296, even though it's down almost 100 horsepower over the Ferrari. All right. So, the cabin is comfortable. It's now got CarPlay, which works excellently. It paired with my phone in just a couple of seconds. And all the good bits I loved are still here. They've improved the nose lift, so it goes up and down in just 4 seconds, which is half the time of before. I like that a lot. And they've got a favorite button, so if I set my personal favorite drive mode settings, I can just go straight to that. I know if you have a BMW, you're probably familiar with such a thing already. They've been doing it for a while, but it's new for McLaren, so shut up about it. Anyway, let's put it in Matt's mode, which is chassis in comfort and powertrain in kill and gearbox in manual. That's how I like to drive. McLaren has softened the front springs by 3%, stiffened the rear springs by 4%. I think that's to help with some oversteer, or to induce more oversteer if you like, or you could say reduce understeer or create oversteer. Either is fine. also done a bit of weight trimming. The wheels are lighter. This new exhaust is lighter, and boy, does it sound a treat. McLaren also says that there's more power, 740 horsepower from the 4-liter twin-turbo V8 and 590 torques. Honestly, I'm not sure I can feel the power difference from before, but the engine does feel smooth and happy. The one thing you do notice is the 765 shorty gears. 15% shorter gear ratio, which results in a 10% improvement in gear acceleration compared to the 720. Basically, it accelerates like a 765 LT. Then there's the brakes, which they've recalibrated the booster. You've still got that air brake back there. Recalibrate the booster and added a vacuum system that helps you improve brake performance both on the track and at altitude. Yes, you can still blow the tires off 3 gears, even with the traction control engaged. This one has Corsas on it, 3 tires available from the factory. Your regular P0, the Corsa, and the Trofeo R, all available on Coupe and Spider. One thing that's extremely fantastic about a carbon-tubbed car is that the only real difference between Coupe and Spider is the roof mechanism. And because of that, the Spider only weighs about 100 pounds more than the Coupe. There's very little penalty. In some other cars, there's a massive weight penalty by going with a Spider. There's more structural stuff that's added there, but not in the McLaren. It's just the roof mechanism, and it's only 100 pounds. So we're talking about 3,155 pounds for a car with a power retractable hardtop. That is just delightful. I love that they're sticking with the hydraulic steering in this. You know, some companies do a good electric power steering system. Porsche, probably the best. But you still can't beat the feel of this. They've sharpened the steering ratio to inch it a little closer to the 296, which has that really sharp steering. Brake feel, excellent. It's very unique pedal feel, as always, but I love how McLaren does it. This new exhaust has a beautifully even tone, little burble tune. And it's really, really nice with that window open. I'll just close it just so you can hear what it's like. Still getting plenty of turbo whistle going on there. I think that's been a successful tuning of the exhaust. It's about 5 pounds lighter than before. So the 750S is lighter than the 720S, right? And they've done that a couple of ways. The wheels are lighter, the exhaust is lighter, yes. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. But there's also a bit of, well, trickery. They have done some mathematical trickery. And what I mean by that is they have made the carbon bucket seats standard, and they have made the power adjustable touring seats that are in this car optional. Now, even though it costs McLaren more money to make the carbon seat than it does to make the touring seat, they've made the carbon seat standard and the touring seat optional to reduce the standard curb weight by 38 pounds. So that's how they're honest about their weights. If you put the cars on a scale, they weigh what McLaren says they weigh, but they've played with numbers by making that lightweight seat the standard seat. So if you equip the car the same way you would equip a 720 base, it's only about a 10 to 12 pound savings and not like a 50 pound savings. You feel me? Still, best power to weight in the class, 0 to 60, 2.7 seconds. We should do that. 0 to 60 in 2.7, rear wheel drive car. I'm gonna need a straightaway. Oh, there's one coming up. There are some people who have said that they didn't really need to do the gears. The gears is something that seemed like a good idea at the time, but in hindsight, maybe not so much, because it sort of takes away a little bit of its ability to be a highway cruiser. I disagree. I think it's fine. I like the gears, and I would rather it rip the tires off the road through 3 gears than be a loafable highway cruiser. All right, shall we launch it? To launch it, very straightforward. You go to full track, track, you press the launch button, lights up, launch mode active, you floor it. Builds boost, and then you go. Bangarang! Whoa! Very, very effective. They've also introduced something that has a very stupid name. Spinning wheel pull-away mode. Spinning wheel pull-away mode. And spinning wheel pull-away mode is supposedly for doing rolling burnouts. I mean, that's sort of what I'm told. Spinning wheel pull-away mode is different from launch mode. It's basically, the idea of it is that if you want to light up the tires, leaving a light. So right now, you have to hit the brake and then the gas really fast. They told us about this, but they didn't really tell us how to do it. In fact, they sort of said not to do it, but I disagree with their recommendation. So let's see. Brake, gas. No, that just accelerated. Okay, first gear, brake, gas. I mean, it got out of the hole pretty quick, but it didn't leave any 11s. So I don't really know. There's a way to do that, presumably, but I think without instruction, it might be a little buried. All right, let's just get through some curves here. Track, I'm in full track mode. Although the tarmac is very good here, going fast, it's getting windy. Although the tarmac is very good, the ride for track is still pretty decent. It's not beating me up. I can really feel a lot of the road. God, this car is so fast. I mean, the fact that this thing, they say 740 horsepower, but we all know every McLaren makes 800 horsepower. We all know this. But it just eats ground like crazy. Air brakes coming up. Love that. God. This is it, man. I love these cars. I love this car. I have to say, I agree with every decision made here. They did not ruin the beautiful ride, particularly in my mode, my comfort mode. The power is just brutal. I like the shorty gears. I think it makes the experience even crazier. The minor tweaks they've done on the suspension have incrementally improved the engagement and the sharpness while not taking away any of the things that I like. Yeah, the carbon bucket is standard, but you can still get these comfort seats. They cost more, which is funny. They weigh a little more, but like 800 horsepower, who cares? Just a delight. Just a delight. This is like, you know, I love my stick shift cars. I love my 80s and 90s stuff, but You know, and I know McLaren has some issues with reliability and stuff like that. You get a 3-year warranty, including service. You can get a 15-year extended warranty with this car. But, man, it's something to put a ton of miles on. Just drive the shit out of it. This is just the best. I mean, it's got that speed and the craziness of the 765, but without all that ultra-light, bare carbon fiber, non-insulated buzziness that makes you not want to go on a road trip. And it's got regular tires, so if you get caught in the rain, you get these good seats. Ergonomics and the visibility are so good. It's just, then you just put this window down. And then maybe I'll put the top down. I mean, I could do the top at up to 30 miles an hour. Just do, while moving, top down. I mean, and now we're just chilling. And I'm gonna end this video here as these bikers go by. I had the top up for the video because you want to be able to hear me, but I'm going to drive top down the rest of the day because this is as good as it gets right here. I love this car. Shout out to McLaren for bringing me out to Valley of Fire to drive it today. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.
And remember, always fight your tickets on the Off the Record app available in the Android and iOS store, or go to offtherecord.com/TST.